Welcome to Real Estate Made Easy with Suzy Appel.
Hey, Suzy, how's it going?
It's going. How are you, Michael?
I'm doing great, and welcome to your show.
So glad it's my show and that I'm actually here today.
We're all glad that you're here today. I know today's been kind of an eventful
one of those
day.
days.
Yes, it is. One of those
Thank
days.
God it's Friday.
Oh, yeah. One of those days in the world of real estate.
Yes.
So
Exciting.
I know that you have something really exciting to share with us today. I think it's called what's the market update for 2023? You want to tell us what's going on? What the heck is going on with the real estate market nowadays?
Well, it seems like forever since I've been here. I don't know if it has, but it seems like it's been a while.
It has been a while.
I feel like we need to catch up.
We do. All right, let's catch up, guys. How are you?
Yeah. So the market's kind of exciting and busy. There's a lot going on out there.
What's going on? Tell us. Give us an update.
Well, I just read an article, a national article this week, that home prices are going up for the first time in 8 months
Oh, my gosh.
nationwide.
Well, I should leave right now and go out and buy something. Oh, wait, you're already here, so never mind.
You're not leaving without me.
Yeah, okay, I'm not leaving. I'll be right
Okay.
here.
So that's good news.
That is good news. So since you told us that, I have to share something with you.
Okay.
So my lovely wife came home the other day and she goes, oh my gosh, look at this. There's a house in our neighborhood that just went for $100,000 over list price. And it sold in 5 days. It was like $1.1 million and it sold for $1.2 million in 5 days.
Seriously.
I said,
know.
wait a minute here. What's going on? So I'm glad that we're here together today. So in the last, 8 months, prices are going up.
Yes. So let's talk about that
Let's do that.
So the market in Washington County, because that's what we're going to focus on. This article I read is nationwide. So we can all talk about, well, really, what price ranges are that in? You can really get down and try and dissect that article, right? But in Washington County, new listings are down 10%. Okay.
What's up with that?
Well, it's called that law of supply and demand, right? So we have less listings, less homes to sell, and the demand is quite high.
Well, why are there less homes to sell if prices are going up?
Okay, let's talk about that next.
Okay, let's do that.
Okay, people like me, we have interest rates in the low 2%, right?
Right.
Okay, we're not selling,
No.
right?
No, you're not.
The only people that are selling right now are people that need to leave the area for whatever reason.
Okay.
People like me, I'm not selling. Okay, so now those people that were moving across the county, upgrading, downsizing, whatever that was, they're not putting their houses on the market. They're just hanging out now. Okay. So we still have that demand of the people coming into the area, but those sellers are not selling. So now we've got buyers out there, and I have a handful right now. It drives me crazy because they are ready to buy.
Yeah.
And I can't find them home. So all my sellers out there, I want to do market analysis for you, because you need to know what your homes are worth so that we can talk about if it's the right time for you to sell.
Okay, so what you're saying is that prices are going up, but the sellers, the homeowners that may have interest rates in the 2 to 3% range, they're not really interested in selling because their interest rate is 2 or 3%. Mm-hmm. But if prices are going up, then they may be more motivated to capitalize upon the increase in prices.
Right. So, but let's talk about the law of supply and demand. So the more demand we have, what does that do to prices?
Well, that's going to cause them to go up.
So they stabilize. So I would say the last 6, 8, 9 months, maybe 12 months. It's probably it's about 12 months now. no one knew what was going to happen, what was going on. Now we know what's happening, and we have people coming into our market, and they are buying either what's on the market or they're waiting. They're just waiting to see what comes on the market. And now we're seeing multiple offers in certain areas and certain price ranges.
So that would explain why that house in my neighborhood sold in 5 days for $100,000 more than list price.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we were stunned when we saw that.
Clearly it's a neighborhood that people want to live in. I don't know if it was a vacation rental or what it was, but there are areas in this town that there are buyers basically lining up to, I mean, like me, I look throughout my day looking for these homes in certain communities.
So what are the hot areas in Washington County where we are?
Well, there's quite a few.
Tell us about that.
I would say the whole South Corridor. I have a buyer right now that wants Sun River. Okay, there's homes in Sun River on the market, but these are people, they have specific, criteria that they're looking for.
Do you have to be old to buy a house in Sun River?
Absolutely not.
Okay, I think that might be a stigma, which is why I asked. I think it's known as a retirement community.
It is, but 55 and older. I'm 56. I'm not old.
No, you're not. Do people live to be 55? Oh my gosh. Let me check your pulse.
What do you consider old, right? Okay.
I don't really know anymore.
So, and then we've got the southern the whole desert color area.
Right. That's where I am.
Hot.
Yeah.
And when I mention a community, it's that whole area, right? And then on the west side, you have Ivins, Cayenta. I mean, there are pockets all over the county. Okay. So it's great news. It's great news if you're a seller. If you're a buyer, it's great news because you do have more to choose from in terms, you're not necessarily competing with all the other buyers out there.
Yeah.
So you can be a little pickier and sellers are negotiating, but you have to be patient. You have to be patient. And if you're willing to be patient, I will find you your next home.
So, the last time we chatted, one of the things we talked about is that home builders and a lot of the sellers were motivated to the fact where they were doing buy downs on the interest rates. They were reducing the price. They were throwing in some incentives like buy my house, I'll include a razor.
Yeah.
We're not doing that
so
anymore?
We're seeing some negotiation, especially if you're working with a agent who knows how to negotiate for you. We are seeing that, but we're nothing like we were 2-3 months ago.
Wow,
No.
it's changed that fast in that
changing.
shorter time.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh.
It is.
So since
And one more thing I want to add.
Yes.
That contributes to this is the builders are very conservative now. So those builders that were going out and just, building like crazy, they have totally pulled back. And that has and you know how many new homes we have in St. George, right?
Tons.
So that is affecting our inventory as well.
Well, that's interesting. I've seen some of the, so I live out in Desert Color, so I'm familiar with that area. I drive around and see what's going on. I still see building and construction going on, but I've noticed it's not always, I think they're finishing what they already had started. I don't really see any new things going up. I see them like they've cut the road and there's that new, there's like a shopping area is what it looks like out there. And they're digging around in the dirt and they're building something. It looks more like a shopping center or something. I see that going on. I see them trying to finish their existing inventory. Haven't really seen any new foundations being poured or anything like that. Is that
They've
kind of what's going on?
Slowed down in terms of what they're willing to put out there. Now they're encouraging us realtors to sell pre-solds, but most buyers would rather walk in right when the time is right for them and buy a brand new home that's maybe 2 or 3 months away from being finished, rather than starting the whole, this 6-7 month process.
So if I'm a home buyer, would it be easier for me to buy a pre-existing home at this point in time, rather than?
Well, if we can find you a new one, it's just they're harder to find right now than new construction.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
What about a home?
But we
built-
just closed on one last week, and I saved the buyer, let's see, $50,000 off the list price, and it was a brand new home.
Really?
Yes.
How'd you do that?
Well, you know.
Well, yeah, you're Suzy. She's Suzy. She can do stuff
okay.
like that. Like,
Well, it's called experience and negotiation, right?
yeah.
It worked to their benefit, so I was happy about that.
So with all the stuff that's going on in the market, we see prices going up. We see little less sellers on the market. So what's going on with interest rates? Are the lenders cooperating, or are they just going, we're not going to jump in right now?
Lenders, the interest rates are stabilizing. They're in that mid-6 range right now. We closed a VA loan this week that was at 5.99. So it really does depend on what type of loan you're looking at.
Mm-hmm.
But I would say in the 6s, 6 to 6.5 right now.
Okay.
Yeah, it's about right. So they've been there for a while.
Yeah,
you know?
that's they haven't moved very much, even though conditions in the market are somewhat changing. It's more of a seller's market at this point than a buyer's market, since buyers can't really find anything to buy.
It's a pretty healthy market.
It's a healthy market.
Yeah. And I
Okay.
keep saying that, but I'm happy about this market. I like it.
Oh, well, that's good. That's
For
good.
everyone. It's a good market for both sides.
So what's the average time on market right now? Wasn't it like 50 something days
So our
a
days
while
on
ago?
market?
Yeah.
No, it was last quarter, it was 27, and it's bumped up to 56.
56.
So days on the market, a little bit longer.
I'm checking.
And I'm seeing that on my own listings.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm checking
You're
my
checking-
notes here. I'm checking my
checking me
notes
out.
because there's some. Yeah, I'm checking you out, baby. No, there's some stuff going on. I want to make sure that we're covering for what's going on right now. So
And that's Washington County Board of Realtors. So
right.
obviously it's different in every area.
So are there some areas in Washington County where it's not as healthy, so to speak, where it's more where people can maybe find something to buy faster? Like, there's the hot areas that everybody wants to live in, which are a little more expensive, and it's tough
I
to find
wouldn't say
stuff.
there's areas that are not as desirable. I would say that there are types of product, real estate, that there's more inventory of, and that would be vacation rentals.
Oh,
So
Really?
that price overall, we've seen those come down
really?
because the inventory has increased. So overall.
So I've been talking to some people about the vacation rental thing, and especially in this market. So that's interesting that you brought that up. So prices on vacation rentals has gone down. It's softened a bit, and that's for sale or for the rent. Like if I'm going to rent them for a while.
I don't think so much on the rent, but because there's so much more inventory of vacation rentals, again, it goes back to the supply and demand, right, theory. Well, law, the prices we've seen come down overall.
Really? So if I'm looking at buying a vacation rental, this may be a good time to do that.
And it wasn't that long ago, I had some buyers wanting vacation rentals, and they were having to, offer above list and all of that, which was crazy. So now is a great time to buy a vacation rental. Yes.
Wow. This seems like pretty much a hot area for a vacation rental. So that's pretty cool. So what else we have going on in our current market update?
Well, I just
Suzy?
want to follow up with this.
Yes.
Just a word of advice that if you were possibly misled to wait because prices were going to fall significantly, then you have been given bad advice. So call me.
So don't do that. So call
We're not
Suzy.
seeing that. And if you're thinking you're just going to rent and wait, not a good idea, because rental rates, although some of them have come down, we saw some fluctuation.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Overall, I'm not seeing that at all. So recently, rental rates now seem to be coming back up. So I would suggest that you buy now and you refinance later. I've said that a handful of times, but I'm sticking with it.
I think that's a good idea. In the area where I live, we follow the rental rates and the prices and the whole ball of wax because it's kind of a good indicator. We're not as fluent as you are in terms of market updates, but there was one place where we live. The property was pretty much identical to ours, and they were asking like probably $600-700 a month over what seemed to be the norm. That was the list price. And then it came down, down. And then it kind of evened off to, kind of where everybody else was. But we talked to our next door neighbor who happened to be renting, and their rent got raised $300 a month. So I've seen them in the past 2 months, I've seen them drop 600 and then go up 300. It's like, what the heck is going on around here?
That's an indicator, right?
Yeah.
Of what's to come.
Yeah. I think that's what's going on. I think they were soft. They had to get down to market value. Once it got down to market value, people are renewing their leases and stuff. And so the property managers are going, yeah, I think we can get $200-300 more out of this thing. So I think to me, that's an indicator if it might be time to buy.
And I've been looking for investors. There's some buys out there that positive cash flow with the rental rates doing what they're doing. So
okay.
Anyway.
So investment properties, rental rates, yeah, that's kind of crazy. That's what's going on. Anything else you want to tell us before? I know we have something really cool to show people, but before we get into that, I want you to kind of fill us in.
Else? I am going to have my new office open house in June, the first week of June, and all y'all are going to get an invitation. So that's coming in the mail. That's going to be I think it's the Wednesday or Thursday, the first week of June. So I'll get the dates to you next podcast. I'll send out the invites, but I hope you all come to see our new digs.
And where are they going to be located?
We are located at 144 West Brigham Road, Building E.
Okay.
Real Broker.
And will your husband be making those really cool potatoes we had for the holiday festivities?
I can maybe get him to do something.
Yeah.
Maybe his, bread pudding, his cheesecakes, his brisket, something.
The brisket.
We'll make sure there's good food.
Okay, so everybody show up. I'm telling you, her husband makes the best brisket.
I'll make sure he watches this podcast.
Yeah, you need to watch this. We're bragging on you.
See what I signed him up for, right?
Yeah, he's going to have to make 500 portions of brisket and potatoes and all that stuff. Well, I understand, Suzy, that you have a really cool listing you'd like to tell us about today and share with us.
I do. I'm excited about this one.
Tell us about this. Oh, look, there it is.
Okay. This one is in the Vintage Townhomes. It's in Bloomington, so it's right across the street from Bloomington Country Club. And it is adorable. It's been completely remodeled about 2 years ago. Granite countertops, backsplash flooring. You can see it's so well done.
It's gorgeous.
It's a 2-bed, 2-bath, 1,400 square feet, 2-car garage. The Vintage is a matured landscape, really quiet.
Yeah.
In Bloomington, there's kind of that's the back porch area.
That's gorgeous.
So even though we call it townhomes, you've got your private area there that is your own yard. And we want to get this one sold. It's listed at $388.
$388.
I wish.
$388. That's a really good price. Mm-hmm. That's excellent. How many square feet is that again?
It is 1,400.
And bedrooms?
2-bed, 2-bath.
Cool. So if somebody wants to take a look at this delightful residence, how should they contact you?
They need to call or text Suzy Appel 435-229-8378.
And what's the name of your office again? I know you've got a new one. It's
Real Broker. I've been with Real Broker for about 1.5 years now.
Okay.
And I absolutely love being with Real. It's the best. So
we're excited to hear that. Suzy, thank you once again for joining us. Let's not make it so long next
I
time.
know.
There's a lot going on. We need to,
Yes.
you got to keep us up to date.
I will. That's
Yeah.
my job.
That's right. So, Suzy, thanks a lot. We'll see you guys again next time with another exciting edition with Suzy Appel.
This has been Real Estate Made Easy with Suzy Appel from Real Broker Red Rock Real Estate. For more information, SuzyAppel.com. That's SuzyAppel.com. We invite you to join us again for another edition of Real Estate Made Easy with Suzy Appel.